While we wait a couple minutes for any last people to join, I wanted to say welcome and thank you for joining our webinar today about improving the customer experience with the Operations Suite. I wanted to dissect this heading a bit and give you a bit more understanding on what we'll be covering in this webinar. Here at GreenRope, we believe that a truly integrated system, or CRM in general, includes all the main elements of your sales, marketing, and operations. So simply put, the more strands in your rope, the stronger the customer experience, your team alignment, and overall business will be. Hence the name GreenRope. Most content produced today talks a lot about marketing and sales in driving your business. So today we're going to dive into the behind the scenes and take a look at GreenRope's fully integrated operational suite. You'll get an overview of how you can manage and streamline your team and customer experience through using these advanced tools. My name is Madison, and I'll be your guide over here today to walk you through improving your overall customer experience through using these tools within your account. A couple important notes to mention before we move on. First, this webinar will be recorded and sent to you along with the slides. You will have it for reference if you ever wanted to share it with your team members who couldn't join us today. Feel free to add any questions into the question box on your screen throughout the presentation, and I'll be sure to get to those at the end. Since these features can really be customized for your business processes, and you joining us today on the webinar, I'll be happy to meet with you afterwards and review your account to discuss ways of implementing these tools to improve your overall strategy. And lastly, all of these tools we'll be discussing today do already have deep dive videos and recordings with cheat sheets that I'll be happy to send over for additional reference. Features we'll be covering today include our organizational chart. That's important to align your internal team in a central location. It's great to start thinking there, and then we can move on from there to our customers. But all of these features are included at every subscription level within your system. With that in mind, we'll be focusing on a few of our biggest features, and instead of going into a deep dive, we'll be discussing basically what it is, why it's important, and how to start thinking about the setup process. If there are any of the features you'd like to learn more about, please email us and we'll make sure to get you the topic in the pipeline moving forward. After the org chart, we'll move into our ticketing feature, which is opening up all the channels of communication. This feature can serve as a catch-all, which helps every aspect of your business, which we'll get into. Cool thing, if this feature is used properly, these ticketing questions can also become a source of qualitative data to build marketing collateral from. Possibilities are endless. Our project management tool simply helps you get things done, whether it be to align your internal team, working on a collaborative project, or even using it to manage your client work. This is a very robust tool that I'm excited to show you. Workflows are a powerful feature and are central to getting the most out of your GreenRope CRM. This is mostly due to their flexibility, and when used correctly, workflows will act as your account's personal assistant. I'll touch on a couple additional tools in the system, and then we'll move into a quick Q&A and wrap up. They're pretty exciting stuff, and I've designed this webinar to keep it concise, but also give you a robust overview of the possibilities that you can start implementing today that will help you improve your overall customer experience. Just like most features discussed today, this feature allows you to design your organizational chart on a per group structure. It'll be found within the apps drop-down section of your account. The organizational chart allows you to see the structure of your business visually. This is shared with the team and is a great point of reference for increasing accountability and transparency within your business. Quick access to the centralized data just helps improve the productivity and finding a place that you can collect this information. So keep in mind, it also acts as a point of reference for the chain of command, roles, and responsibilities. The organizational chart can be designed with the entire business in mind, but for this example, I pulled only our client success department. Of course, I removed some information for privacy, but I'm sure you have worked with at least one of us during your time over here learning the system. Super simple to set up. You simply drag and drop any of the name into the box. You add a big green plus icon to add a new position below that contact, and there's a giant red X to remove that position. So very straightforward. And if your organizational chart starts getting big, you can use the scroll or zoom buttons on the top right of your page and the actions bar to save, reset, or even print this organizational chart. An important note is that only the account owner and power users can edit this page. So shared access users will be able to view and see the data, but they won't be able to edit the overall structure. One way you've probably interacted with our team is through our OLARC integration system. It's an easy way to engage with our support team as well as set this up for your clients to engage with your business. This is also available through your system and can be found within the Communicate drop-down section in the chat icon. What's great about this feature is that you also get reporting on all the transcripts associated with the contact records, and you get to know how well your team is doing with supporting your customers. Just for a bit of GreenRope pride, here's our most recent chat rating summary. We really do take your success very seriously here, so please don't hesitate to jump on if you have any quick questions, just want to chat while you're in the system, or be pointed in the right direction. We're all here to help you. Just like through chat, we want to create as many ways for people to interact with your business as possible. This is called offering your clients an omni-channel experience, letting them connect with you on any sort of medium, live chat, ticketing, phone, or social. This will increase the overall opportunity for an anonymous visitor on your site to become a lead. Once the anonymous visitor gives you their information, this basically starts the CRM process with the data collection, tracking of this person's interactions with your business. By diversifying the ways people can choose to interact with you and your team, this enables all website visitors to have the experience that they want to have. Live chat is just one way. Others include sign-up forms, phone integration, and ticketing, which we'll be covering next. Ticketing is one of the most important elements of the operational suite, and you can use ticketing for multiple reasons: for lead generations, customer service tracking, internal issue management, but it serves as an additional conversion path for anonymous users to become a known lead within your business. You can find it within the apps drop-down and then go to the ticketing section. What makes the ticketing so appealing is that it doesn't require an opt-in, just like you would need to do if you were using the sign-up form. This not only makes it easier to capture the lead information, but you can also automatically assign new tickets that come in on specific times to different sales reps in your business. There's a lot of automation that can happen around the ticketing to help streamline and automate this process once it used to be a user manual tasks. An important note about this feature is that you'll need to set it up in its own specific group and only give certain access to people in the group. This is because all members of the group here currently will have access to the tickets that are generated here. Contacts in the group will also receive email copies of the ticket updates. As stated earlier, there are multiple ways that tickets can be used within your business. and you can have each one designated to their own group to maximize its efficiency. First, we'll talk about lead generation. This is a great option since tickets do not require opt-in. When developing questions to ask your visitors, think about the buyer's journey. At what stage of the buyer's process this person might be. For example, once a new lead provides their information, what is the value that you'll provide? Is there a problem that they're aware of? Are they considering tools that will help them solve their problem? Maybe it's at the decision stage where they'd like to schedule a demo or want product specifics. From here, you can assign the ticket to the specific person on your team based on their interest and need at the time. Or even send them on a journey that best suits their needs and provide more information until they are ready to become a new client of yours. The ticketing tool is also used for customer retention in the form of customer service tracking and management. This is great as it also helps consolidate the inquiries and categories, which you can reference later as a form of qualitative data collection. We'll go into this in a later webinar to help use and repurpose this data that you collected in your marketing efforts and helpful resources for clients. But it's great for customer service because, first of all, it doesn't require opt-in and it's completely trackable so you can see all the updates. By automatically assigning incoming tickets and categories to specific people, you help close the communication gap and create a consistent customer experience. The difference between the two, basically when setting up for lead generation, you want to think about what are the reasons someone might be looking at your company. By providing some point of value, it makes it more likely for the anonymous visitor to hand over their information and hence becoming a known lead. With customer service inquiries, you want to think about the different services that your business offers and how you can segment inquiries into categories. These categories will help send them on specific journeys and email sequences for additional assistance, or assign them to the right person in your team to help them. Lastly, we also use this feature as an internal development IT ticketing tool. Another way to think of this would be for internal issue management. As mentioned previously, we'd recommend that you use a new internal issue management group in which to create this ticketing system. It serves as a full IT tool, very similar to Zendesk, and you can set up the questions to be more IT conversation based. This transparency on the progress and updates helps align the team with what needs to happen and how can you serve your customers better. By consolidating the tickets in their own group, you have access to seeing any unassigned, open, and closed tickets on the same page. You also have a quick glance into important details about the ticket before you see additional updates. Along the top, you'll see where you can assign the ticket categories and the public forums tab where you would actually create what the visual aspect will look like. The transparency helps keep sales reps accountable, so you'll see when tickets are updated or closed, and this works also with the customer service. An example of how the ticketing feature can look on a sign-up form on your site, but it has very specific back-end operations that trigger once this form is submitted. This is great for scheduling demos of your product, and again, you're developing a better customer experience because you have all the tools in the back end to tie it together. Your internal development ticketing feature doesn't need to look fancy, but it's just as effective nonetheless. The ticketing feature is integrated into the CRM, so everyone has access to this data, which in turn helps with more effective strategies in the long run. Everyone in the group currently will receive a ticket update as soon as a new ticket has been created. And that's why it's important to note that your ticketing group will receive this notification, both with new inquiries. For example, This one here is a new demo request that was submitted. Since Matt is working during these hours, he's automatically assigned to this ticket and got notified via email. I removed some information, but you will get a more rounded overview with tickets that come into your account. Also, any tickets that are updated, for example, in your support or client services, this will also be sent to the entire group. So this is why you want to make sure that you have separate groups set up so leads don't receive all your ticket updates. Also, it's great for accountability. When it comes to getting your projects done, you'll definitely want to look into our project management tool, which will be found under your apps section of the account. This is a complete system for managing whatever projects you want to complete. Also pretty similar to our ticketing feature, any contacts in this group you utilize the project manager will also get the updates, unless you specify otherwise. Not just managing the project itself, it's also about managing the people associated with getting these tasks done. Keep this in mind when building out your stages and assignments. The importance of a project management tool helps to really align the internal team when working on a collaborative project. It improves communication on all levels and assignments on the project as well. You can track your time, so the hours worked on projects or billable hours for our clients, and overall just increasing accountability and productivity as well. When setting up these projects, you'll want to think about a few things. First, what are the deliverables? Projects can be whatever you like, from finishing the design of a home or a website to writing a document. Each project has a description and category to make it easy for you to reference the intent of this product working on. Also, you schedule a start and end date, which will repopulate on your GreenRope calendar, increasing the ways that you can hold yourself accountable. Second, who needs to be involved? Involve your team in the planning process. People performing the work have important insights about how to get the tasks done, how long they will take, and who are the best person to tackle them. So draw on their knowledge and really get this project plan in place. Thirdly, you can move on to what needs to be done. So by defining a project plan, this shows you the steps you need to take to get from A to B. Within GreenRope, there are a few tools that you can use, such as the Gantt charts, the Kanban board, which are basically drag and drop options to pull the tasks that need to be created into their new bucket. And you can see as the project evolves. For example, project task categories in this example is social media. It's billed at $15 an hour. The tasks that need to be associated with this category is proposal, review, approval, and completed. These stages of your task get associated with the Kanban board, which is just the visual drag and drop option that we talked about. This section shows you a lot of details right off the bat. So who is working on it? What are they working on? How long has it taken them? Is there any notes? If you click on any of these options, you will get a more detailed view and actually go into the project that's working on. The projects will be listed on this first tab right here. And for example, you can see how much of the budget is used, the progress dates, and any updates will be seen if you click on the details option right there. A couple important notes about projects is there is a difference between a task and an update. So a task is what you assign to your team. You place a description, a due date, and then you assign it to one of your team members. This task will also be updated on their to-do list via email, as well as on the main home dashboard of the account. An update is what gets sent out to the team as a progress report, basically. These updates are added to the project so the whole team knows what the current progress and status of the project is. Team members can add notes of what they're working on, what they plan on doing next, or anything that is applicable as a project update. As we mentioned, everyone in the project will get a copy of the update via email, and any updates can be edited up to 20 minutes after they're saved, just in case someone needs to go back and add a couple of details that they might have missed. This page is jam-packed of information, but basically just shows you how the project manager is such a handy tool. It helps you to organize and keep track of your ongoing work by assigning projects and tasks to members of your team. You can visually track the progress of these projects within the timeline graphs, such as the Kanban board, the Gantt chart, and all of these visual aspects that grow and develop as your project does. Add updates as the project develops, and you receive the automatic weekly updates as well. And you create the project deadlines that are automatically posted to your GreenRope calendar. By diversifying the ways that you see this information really helps to increase the accountability and productivity to really get these projects done. Which leads us to workflows. Workflows are a very powerful feature and are central to getting the most out of your GreenRope account. This is mostly due to their flexibility, and when used correctly, workflows will act as your account's personal assistant to drive and get these tasks done. At its most basic sense, try thinking of GreenRope as any automation that you want to set up that connects these features, people in your system, and tasks that need to happen. Helps you streamline the processes through the use of workflows to create a consistent customer experience and close any gaps that might happen. So by automating manual tasks that happen, it'll help you save time and increase efficiency. What I love about this feature is that when it's triggered, workflows can either do the work for you, for example, moving contacts out of one group and add it into another, sending quick emails that are pretty standard but you want to personalize, or assigning tasks to people if a client does something of value. Otherwise, they can also let you know when to do work. For example, scheduling phone calls or follow-ups, setting reminders, or adding notes into do items. Workflows are central to getting the most out of your GreenRope account and setting up that automation that everyone strives to achieve. If you want to view all the triggers, check out the help article. It's called Triggering Workflows, and it goes through basically what ways that you can trigger a workflow to happen, how to set it up, and why you would want to set it up. To put it simply, workflow is a series of events, actions, and reactions that you want to happen within your account. We just had a great overview webinar by Dan at the end of July 2018 that is more specifically workflow focused. If you want to dive deep into what are the possibilities with this feature, why you would set up workflows, and kind of how you would set that up, I would definitely look into this webinar as well. I know we covered a lot in this webinar, but I wanted to give you a quick point of a few other operational tools in our system that you can also explore. As you can tell, most of the operational tools can be found within your apps dropdown. For example, we have our document signing. So GreenRope includes a complete document management and digital signature capabilities within your account. Documents will first be created as a template that's saved to your media library. And once you send them to your clients, they can sign it, send it back, you sign it, and it becomes a binding PDF document that gets added to their contact record. We also integrate with PandoDoc and Write Signature within this section as well. And you can automate or trigger workflows when someone has signed or reviewed the document. The Learning Management System, LMS for short, allows you to create courses for people to take and automatically tracks the progress of these courses in your CRM. We have done a previous webinar on the LMS system and plan on doing a follow-up, so stay tuned for that, or let me know in the questions box if you'd like more information. Although this wiki feature is not necessarily an automated tool, it's important to store the collection of information that you and your group members can build and edit. It forms a knowledge base that you can refer to at any time. Next month, we do have our webinar coming up that's going to talk about all the new features of our booking calendar, so stay tuned for that. But these are just my top 3 additional operational tools that you can explore further if you're interested. Today we covered a lot: organizational charts, ticketing, project management, workflows, and other tools to help bring your business efforts in full circle. The operational suite is behind the scenes workings of your business, and when implemented correctly will help improve your overall customer experience. CRM is just the foundation of managing your business and clients effectively, and we're always trying to evolve the way we do things for the way that people want to buy. Since we use our entire platform to run and operate our own business, we want to share this knowledge and help you reap the benefits for proper implementation as well. If you have any questions, please let us know in the control box, and this webinar will be recorded and available online. If you want to contact us, here is our support information. Support@greenrope.com will be the best way. Otherwise, you can call our direct line at 442-333-7577. And again, this webinar will be recorded and added onto our greenrope.com/webinars once ready. From all of us at GreenRope, thank you for joining us today, and hope you have a wonderful afternoon. Thank you.